Maria never expected one small act of kindness to change her life forever. It started with a single phone call. Her younger sister, Elena, was sick and couldn't make it to her evening cleaning shift at the Grand Hartwell estate. Out of love, Maria picked up the uniform, tucked her hair beneath a cap, and whispered, "Don't worry, I'll cover for you." She thought it would be just another quiet night of mopping floors and dusting chandeliers. She had no idea that behind those mansion doors lived a man carrying a secret weight, a man who needed her more than she could have ever imagined. Scene 1 introduction to the CEO. Dad, the house was breathtaking. Marble floors, golden, framed portraits, a chandelier that glittered like 1,000 stars. But what struck Maria wasn't the wealth, it was the silence. As she entered the study, she froze. Sitting at the desk wasn't just anyone. It was Daniel Hartwell, the CEO of one of the biggest tech companies in the city. She had seen his face on magazine covers, always sharp and confident, but tonight, he looked different. His tie was loose, his hands buried in his hair, and his eyes, tired, lonely, almost broken. And then a small voice broke the silence. "Daddy, can you tuck me in?" Maria's heart softened instantly. At the doorway stood a little boy, no older than 6, holding a stuffed bear. Daniel looked up, guilt flashing across his face. "In a minute, champ." Scene 2, the first connection. Something inside Maria stirred. She wasn't just a stand-in maid anymore. She was a woman watching a father struggle with the weight of the world. When Daniel excused himself to take a business call, Maria knelt by the boy. "What's your bear's name?" she asked gently. "Captain Courage." The boy whispered with a shy smile, "That's a good name. I think he helps you be brave, doesn't he?" The boy nodded, and for the first time, Maria saw his eyes light up. When Daniel returned, he was surprised. His son was laughing, actually laughing, as Maria folded napkins into little animal shapes at the table. Daniel hadn't heard that sound in weeks. Scene 3, the CEO. Walls begin to fall later that night. Maria found Daniel in the kitchen, staring at untouched paperwork. She hesitated, then spoke softly. "Your son, he needs you more than your company does tonight." Daniel's head snapped up, almost offended. But then, something in Maria's steady, kind gaze disarmed him. He sighed, "I'm trying. Ever since his mother passed last year, I don't know how to do this alone." Maria's chest tightened. She hadn't expected him to share something so raw. Quietly, she replied, "You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present." Scene 4, the emotional climax that night. As Maria finished cleaning, she heard soft sniffles from the boy's room. She peeked inside. He was clutching Captain Courage, tears rolling down his cheeks. Without thinking, she sat by his bed. "What's wrong, sweetheart?" "I miss Mommy," he whispered. Maria's eyes burned with tears. She smoothed his hair and said, "You know what? She's always with you. Every time you laugh, every time you're brave, that's her love shining through." The boy's tiny hand reached for hers. "Will you stay until I fall asleep?" Maria stayed. And at the doorway, Daniel watched silently, his heart breaking and healing all at once. Scene 5, the unexpected twist. The next morning, Daniel asked, "You're not Elena, are you?" Maria froze. Her secret was out, but instead of anger, Daniel's lips curved into a faint smile. "You didn't just clean my house last night. You gave my son back a piece of his childhood." Maria blushed, unsure what to say. She wasn't anyone special, just a woman who had stepped in for her sister, but to Daniel and his son, she had become something irreplaceable. Conclusion, uplifting message. Over time, Maria didn't just remain a temporary stand-in maid. She became a trusted friend, a gentle presence, and eventually, part of their family's healing journey. It all began with one choice: to cover her sister's shift. A simple act of kindness that changed 3 lives forever. Because sometimes, the greatest connections are born not out of grand plans or perfect timing, but out of compassion, courage, and the willingness to show up when someone needs you most. Final message: one small act of kindness can open doors to the most unexpected and beautiful chapters of our lives.